Hi, this is Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today's book is Donald Duck is the Millionaire for 1978. So let's get started. Donald Duck and his nephew waved goodbye politely as Uncle Scrooge drove away, but once he was out of sight, they leaped and laughed and frisked and followed and chucked and cheers. Yippee, shouted Huey. We won't have to wash any dishes while we are mending Uncle Scrooge's super automatic house. He had a machine to wash the dishes. He had one to mow the yarn too, said Louie. He had a machine to do everything, cried Dewey. Donald grinned. I'm going to be like a millionaire for a day, he said. I just have to make sure no one comes in and no one touches the master control panel that runs the house. That'll be a snap, groaned Huey, and he ran off to swim in Uncle Scrooge's Rudy and Emerald Pooh. No work at all, added Dewey, and he ran off to Bo in Uncle Scrooge's private bowling alley. Nothing to worry about, said Louie, and he ran off to watch Uncle Scrooge's 68-inch television set. As for Dino, he wandered out to the front yard and watched the automatic lawnmower run back and forth on smooth velvet grass. This is great living, Donald decided. At home, I have to push the lawnmower myself. Just then, as the mowing finished, it worked and shut itself up in the garage. The front door swung open, and Huey, Dewey, and Louie came struggling out. They looked windbegone and wrenched. Huey's tail feather was crumpled, and Dewey had a bump on his foot. Uncle Scrooge's automatic poo cleaner chased me out of the poo, complained Huey, and look what it did to my tail feather. Uncle Scrooge's solid gold bowling balls are too heavy, moaned Dewey. I dropped one on my foot. Uncle Scrooge's TV had a time guard tuner, Louie reported. It won't turn on until 6 o'clock. Suddenly there was a click and a swoosh and a pitter clatter of wet dripping Fooey, shouted Donald. It's the automatic lawn sprinkler. Donald and the boy raced for the house. When they came dripping and flashing onto the front hall, a piano in the wall popped open. Out came a little machine that waved a tiny mop. It made angry tick-tock, ticking sound and chased the ducks upstairs. Then it brushed abysmally mopped the water off the floor. The gadget mad at us, shouted Huey. It swatted me in the ankle, complained Louie. Nonsense, said Donald. It's only a machine. I wonder if we can ever have a snack in this house without getting into trouble, grumbled Dewey. As it turned out, Donald and the boy couldn't even have a snack without getting into trouble. They couldn't even have a snack at all. There's no refrigerator in the kitchen. There's only an electrical food server, which was set to serve dinner at 7 and not a moment before. Donald and the boys waited and waited. At last, food server rang the bell, and the robot butler buzzed into the dining room with a tray. Baked ham, cried Dewey, and corn on the cob, explained Huey. Let's take our time and enjoy it, said Donald. Remember, no snacks tonight. Huey, Dewey, and Louie did take their time. In fact, they took too much time. Before they had finished, the robot butler buzzed in and picked up their plates. Then it buzzed back to the kitchen and chattered the plates into the instant scissors with and washed them clean. But I'm still hungry, wailed Louie. Listen, said Dewey. Out near the front gate bell was ringing. Jingly jing, frosty yummy bells. It's the ice cream man, cried Huey. Donald completely forgot that he wasn't supposed to let anyone in. He ran and pushed the button to open the electrical gate. Then he and the boy dashed eagerly out onto the porch. Did they see an ice cream truck roll up the driveway? No, indeed. What they saw was three Harbor Beagles boys who trotted in, chucking in evil trucks. Oh no, cried Huey. They'd take the rubies out of Uncle Screw's swimming pool. There's still the golden bowling ball out of Uncle Screw's bowling alley, moaned Louie. Donald leaped to the master control piano. He turned the knob and twisted turns. He twisted dial and he clicked switches. All around Donald and his nephew, Uncle Screw's automatic house began to buzz, hum, and clunk, and rumbled and ticked. The little mopping machine popped out of the wall and chased the beagle into the dining room. There, the robot butler picked up the beagle up and carried him to the kitchen. It plopped him into the automatic sudsers with, and covered the beagle with suds. It was a frightening experiment for the poor beagle who hadn't had a bath in over 20 years. A second beagle was trying to steal the rubies and emeralds from Uncle Screw's swimming pool, but the automatic pool cleaner scrubbed along and chased him out. Then the built-in super vacuum whooshed him into an opening in the wall. He stuck fast there, along with Uncle Screw's second best umbrella in an old hat rack. The third beagle had got too close to the automatic pin setter in Uncle Screw's bowling alley, and it was picking him up and setting him down, and picking him up and setting him down, and picking him up and setting him down. Fortunately, Uncle Scrooge came home early, and he rescued the dust-free beagle from the vacuum, released the terrible clean beagle from the sudger, and freed the frightful rattled beagle from the pin setter. I'm proud of my marvelous house, cried Uncle Scrooge. When the beagle had been taken away and the automatic house had been turned off, those villains won't try to get in here again. I don't think we will either, said Donald. He and the boy climbed down off a bookshelf where they had been keeping out of the way of the mopping machine, and they hurried home to their own simple little house. First, they had a nice snack from the refrigerator. After that, they watched television for a while. Then they went to bed and slept soundly all through the night. And who wouldn't living in an automatic house? Maybe fine for Uncle Scrooge, but for just plain folks, it's just plain hard work. So that was Donald Duck Instant Millionaire for 1978. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. And our next book will be Donald Duck and the One Bear.